All right guys, in today's video, we're gonna do the extreme mechanical broadhead test. Here we go. We're gonna do the Grim Reaper, Sever 1.5, Strike Vapor by Allen, Nap Kill Zone, and the raised tri-pan. Holy smoke. Oh my gosh, dude. Disgusting, bro. These results are nuts. By and large, the #1 penetration broadhead. All right guys, test number 1, the scapula and the ballistics gel test. How are these broadheads gonna do after they hit a front deer shoulder, mule deer shoulder, and then penetrating the ballistic gel? Here we go. These gloves fit me good. Look at this grody thing. We went to the butcher. Oh my gosh, dude. Disgusting, bro. Oh, these things are rank. Yeah, we should have put, oh, there's maggots on them. Sick. Here we go. Sever first. Through the mule deer front shoulder into the ballistic gel. Here we go. Wow, that's kind of cool. All right, almost all the way through the ballistic gel. Next up, Grim Reaper, center pocket. 1 3/8 inch cut, 2.1 total cut diameter. Oh, dude, that Grim Reaper out penetrated that Sever, man. Dude, that Grim Reaper is an impressive broadhead. All right, the broadheads I picked up from Walmart, Strikers by Allen, top pocket. It's actually pretty impressive. Look at that cut blade in there. Huh. Oh, look where the O-ring stopped in there. Wild. Gosh. All right, here we go. NAP Kill Zone, center left pocket. Here we go. Not bad. Grim Reaper's still #1 in penetration right now. All right, here we go, guys. Last but not least, the Rage Tri-Pan. Right center pocket. Gosh, dude. Freaking Grim Reaper's nasty. All right, guys. These results are nuts. The Grim Reaper is by and large the #1 penetration broadhead. It's got a great wound channel, as you can see here. #2, shocked as heck, it's the Allen Striker, the ones I bought from Walmart. The wound channel is insane, obviously, because it's 2-inch cut diameter, but it almost penetrated as far as the Grim Reaper. Next up, I'd say, and it's a close third, the Sever. And I'm just not seeing the wound channel from the Sever. For whatever reason, doesn't look like the blades opened up. Or maybe they're just suppressed down, I don't know. But Kill Zone is a close third or fourth with the Sever. I would say probably fourth. Fantastic wound channel on the Kill Zone. And then last is the Rage Tri-Pan. But all in all, I would say all these broadheads did pretty good. Like, they went through a scapula. Obviously, there's no hair and meat on that scapula, but they penetrated almost to the end of the block. What a cool test. Right, next. The winner is, ding, 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 Grim Reaper. Test number 2, the drain test. And first up, the Sever 1.5s. Draining pretty quick. Oh, he's getting tippy. He's getting tippy right here. The buck. Crash right there.
That's about right. That's about how long your buck is.
Yeah, about, huh? All right, next up, the Nap Kill Zone. 2-inch cut on contact diameter. Here we go. Holy smokes. Dude, that's freaking insane. No way. That nap kill zone is insane. All right, next up, Grim Reaper. Razor cut 1 3/8 inch cut, 2.1 total cut diameter. Here we go. Oh shoot. Gosh dang it. Here we go, here we go. Oh my. I'm not even gonna get my phone out in time. What the? Oh my gosh, dude. That was quick, huh? Probably the quickest. All right, next up, Rage Tri-Pen. 2-inch plus cut diameter. Here we go. Okay. All right. It's pretty good. Dude, I'm still the most impressed by the Grim Reaper so far on the drain test. Let's see how the Walmart brand does. Walmart brand Strikers. I don't know if this is actually a Walmart brand, but we bought them from Walmart and they're called Strikers. Never heard of them. But anyways, here we go.
It's an Allen brand.
Allen brand. Okay, Allen brand. Allen brand. We bought them from Walmart. Dude, that's pretty quick, dude. I feel like that's quicker than the Sever. Wow, that's quick. Let's take a look at the exit wounds here. Sever 1.5, kill zone 2-inch, Grim Reaper 1 3/8 inch cut, 2.1 total, Rage Tri-Pen, and the ones we picked up at Walmart, the Striker. Entrance wound on the 1.5, entrance wound on the VAP 2.0, entrance wound on the Grim Reaper there, entrance wound on the Rage Tri-Pen. I don't know if you can really tell what's going on there. And then entrance wound on the Striker. Gosh, I'd say that round goes to the Grim Reaper. That thing was unbelievable. That drained that jug so quick. All right, what's up guys? Today we're gonna do the 60-yard flight test. Here we go, but first let me put on the game changer. All right, so in this test, we're gonna see how well these 5 separate broadheads fly. We're gonna shoot the field point first, and we'll see how closely these other broadheads hit in conjunction with the field point. So field point first, here we go. Field point, 60 yards, here we go. There we go. Right in the money spot. All right, broadhead number 1, the Sever. Let's see if this sucker flies true at 60 yards. It's pretty close. I mean, I'm no expert, but that was pretty close to the field point. Next up, NAP kill zone 60 yards. Let's see where that one hit. It's a little lower than the Sever. All right, gents, next up, the Grim Reaper. Really curious to see how this one does. Dude, that one flew really well. That flew right in line kind of with the Sever and the field point, that Grim Reaper. It was quiet. I didn't notice any excess noise in flight. Kill zone's definitely been the loudest so far. Sever's the quietest. That's the second quietest. And this is more of an accuracy test, but wow, that Grim Reaper's impressive. As again, I'm not an expert archer, but these are all pretty close. Here we go, Rage Tri-Pen next. Right, and friggin', that was money, dude. That one flew amazing. Right there with my other ones. So I'm gonna grab the fill point because I don't have an extra arrow, so I'm gonna have to, we can mark that on there and then shoot one more because we gotta shoot that Walmart Striker by Allen. Strike Vapor by Allen. Here we go. I mean, all in all, guys, my bow is tuned really well. So they say if your bow's tuned well, your broadhead should fly good, but there's always gonna be some variability in the way that the aerodynamics, and I'm not a scientist, but wow. But here's my foundation arrow, which is the fill tip. I need another arrow, so we're actually gonna pull that out. And we'll just remember that that's the spot right there. And then we're gonna shoot this last broadhead, the Striker by Allen, and see how it does. It's the one I picked up from Walmart last, the Strike Vapor by Allen. We're gonna go last with this one. We'll see how she does. She did pretty good on the milk jug, draining the blood challenge. So let's go. Seemed low, I'm not sure though. Definitely more noise on that arrow. More wind cutting. It actually looks a decent group. It definitely was a little lower at 60. And I could hear that arrow coming, which could potentially have a mule deer duck the string, or even an antelope or something like that. But let's go check it out. I feel like that was the Strike Vapor right here. Let's pull that out. So, yep, Strike Vapor. I'd say this is last place right here, Strike Vapor. I'm gonna say this is next last. I believe this was a kill zone. This seemed like it flew, yep, that's a kill zone. It did seem like it flew to the right. This did have more noise, so I'd say this is second to last place. Gosh, and I hate it, because these three are, and again, that was my first arrow, my test arrow. I'd say these, can you say these tied? Because I feel like this is human error right here. We can give them all a point on this one. Sever, all tying for first. Grim Reaper, freaking Tri-Pan, man. I'd say these all get a point. Okay, all right, guys. All three of these get a point. Grim Reaper, Sever, Tri-Pan. For our final test, we got a piece of sheet metal with a foam target in the back to kind of stop it. We want to see how these broadheads hold up with the sheet metal, and yeah, just to see what kind of damage and carnage they do. So first up, the kill zone. Here we go, 15 yards. Wow, that's kind of cool. Massive cut diameter on that kill zone. Penetrated the sheet metal, no problem, and entered the foam target afterwards. Great penetration. Broadhead number 2, the Tri-Pan. A little more penetration, it looks like, than the kill zone. But the real test is how it does damage-wise through the sheet metal. So we're gonna inspect the blades afterwards. All right, guys, Strike Vapor from Walmart. All right, guys, next up, the Sever. Final broadhead, final arrow through the sheet metal, the Grim Reaper. Here we go. Grim Reaper's the final one there, huh? All right, guys, we're gonna pull them all out and inspect the damage here side by side. So give me a minute, pull these out, and then we'll make an assessment from there and pick a winner. I don't know that I can pick a clear winner through this sheet metal. I mean, every one of these broadheads held up pretty good. All the blades are intact, all the ferrules are intact. I mean, Tri-Pan, kill zone, Sever. You can see the perspective holes here that made. This isn't a diameter test, but like the kill zone did a phenomenal job here opening up this piece of sheet metal. But I'm gonna go ahead and give them all 1 point. They all did pretty good here. Fantastic designs, great materials, obviously, for the blades and ferrules to hold up like that. So there we go. Everyone gets 1 point. All right, guys, I'm gonna pick the winner here. The broadhead that won 2 of the rounds and then got a point every single round is the Grim Reaper. Focus there. Man, what a phenomenal broadhead. At first, I wondered how this broadhead would do with a 60-yard flight test. And this broadhead continued to amaze me, continued to surprise me. It did well. The drain challenge, killed it with the 60-yard flight test. What other ones was there? Penetration test through the ballistic gel, and then the sheet metal test on how well the blades held up. I've never hunted with this broadhead. I would probably shoot it more before I started hunting with it, and so I had a little more experience with it, namely with the flight test. But this broadhead continued to impress. The Grim Reaper 1 3/8 inch cut. Okay, next. All right, second place winner. Ta-da! Sever 1.5. Now this is a broadhead that I've hunted with the last 4 years. And truth be told, I will continue to hunt with this broadhead. Number one, because I've taken so many animals with it. Number two, I'm so familiar with it. And number three, I know how it performs. I have the confidence and have the experience with it. Now, I called Sever and told them what I experienced with the ballistic gel and the blades not deploying. And they said, that's pretty typical. When the Sever enters a ballistic gel, it needs like fur, meat, and a scapula to be able to deploy those blades. So these little notches right here, I'm trying to get that in focus for you. These notches right here get triggered, and that's what deploys the blade. And there's just with the ballistic gel, there's not enough material there to deploy the blade. So that was why these didn't deploy. Even though this got second place in the extreme mechanical broadhead test, I'm still probably going to hunt with this broadhead as my first choice. Phenomenal broadhead. I still think it flies truer than almost any other broadhead out there. So we're going to go number 2 here. Third place head. The Strike Vapor got second almost all the rounds. Now, this broadhead continued to impress me. However, it has a little bit of noise when it's flying. That's the one thing I didn't like. And if you got a weary buck, a buck or a bull that's already alert, or an antelope, bulls don't really jump strings, but antelope and mule deer tend to jump the string. I probably wouldn't use this head, but it did well in the drain test. It's sharp, it's strong, and it flies good. It just has that sound that makes me a little bit nervous. Now, the Kill Zone did a phenomenal job, but there's just a few weird things that it did, like blade coming out at the 60-yard test. In the ballistic gel, great wound channel, great penetration. It did phenomenal in the sheet metal. There's just a few things that I would say I just wouldn't trust it as much as, say, like the Sever or the Grim Reaper. It's quiet in flight, which I really like that. But I mean, if you had more time behind this broadhead and more time to get to know it, and you know how it performed at, say distance on animal on that front shoulder, I wouldn't hesitate to use this broadhead. What it did in the sheet metal was absolutely impressive, how big that gaping hole was. All right, guys, last but not least, and it's not last because it's not a good broadhead, okay? Let me make that clear. But the Rage Tri-Pan is going to be last for me. It took over a minute to drain the milk jug full of water. Everything else was right around 40 seconds. It flew good. It did okay in the sheet metal. The wound channel was good. And ballistically, and the ballistic gel penetration-wise, it did good too. I don't know. It just doesn't seem as strong. And I would think with this 2-inch cut diameter, it would have drained that jug better. But at any rate, I wouldn't be scared to use it either. I think every one of these are great heads. I think I'm going to continue to use the Sever. I would be interested in testing the Grim Reaper in the near future. And I think these are all great heads. It just depends on your application, and what you're going to be hunting. So guys, be sure to subscribe to this video, like this video, leave a comment. What would you like to see us test next? Which broadhead did we leave out? And we'll catch you on the next